Hi, this is Tony Davis, marriage and family therapist. And today I wanted to talk just for a few minutes about my latest article, which is entitled, How Did We Get Here? I wrote this article based upon the idea that oftentimes couples will come into the room and they'll say, we used to really be romantic, we used to be kind to each other, and now we're always fighting. How did we get here? And I often ask them, I don't know, how did you? Because the players in a relationship are the two people in it. So what this kind of describes is going through a relationship with a lack of mindfulness, which does not mean you don't love somebody. It can mean a lot of things. It could mean that you're really busy with work, or that the kids are taking up time, or that you're busy in school. But the reason that I like to bring this up and write about it and talk about it is because it doesn't have to be this way. That we can, even as busy as we are, be in a relationship in a mindful way as much as possible so that we never get to that point where we one day look up and say, how did I get here? So I made 3 points in my article and I'd like to share them with you. The first one is you make a plan with your partner. You say, what are we up to? You may call this a mission statement. You can call this a shared vision. You can call this a shared goal. Whatever works for you, but the idea is that you decide upon uh, a direction that you're going as a couple. Why are we together? What are we up to in this relationship? And that can be a powerful motivator for staying on track whenever you feel like you're going astray. The second step is pretty understandable. You check in and adjust every once in a while. So if you can imagine that you do that you're taking a road trip across the country and you have your map, which is your destination, your direction that you're going. Every once in a while, you want to look down and make sure that you're following the map. And if you're not, you got to get back on the route. So those are what the check-ins are for. And sometimes you need to adjust your route because the road will be out. And I'll leave the motoring references there, but you get my drift. That this destination, this goal, this vision, this direction sometimes changes over time, and that's okay because we change over time. So if you're regularly checking in with each other and checking in with your plan and making adjustments as needed, that's an act of mindfulness in itself. The gauge that you can use to make sure that you're on track is simply looking at um, your actions and seeing, are these actions, are these words getting me towards the direction that we have agreed to? And that's your gauge. Oftentimes, if you're not together in the same direction that you set out on, you'll have painful exchanges, painful interactions, fights, arguments, and that's a pretty good indicator that you've gone off track. But you don't have to wait for painful experiences to realize that you're off track. You'll know it because you won't be the best version of yourself. And that's the best gauge of all. If you find that you don't like who you are being in the relationship, it's a pretty good sign that you've gotten off track and you want to make a course correction. So there you have it. The whole point of this is to be mindful with yourself and with each other so that you don't get to the point where you say, how did we get here? You'll know exactly how you got there and you'll be glad that you did. Till next time, this is Tony Davis. Thanks for watching.